So I've recently just reread Chris Beardsley's Hypertrophy book. I'm not sure what really made me want to reread it again, but it's a really good book. I recommend anyone who wants to read it. It makes a lot of really interesting arguments in favor of the effective reps model, which I think provides the simplest framework in terms of hypertrophy training. The model reduces the need for complex multifactorial hypothesis for practical application of training. And for those who don't know what the effective reps model states, it says effective hypertrophy inducing reps are determined by two primary factors: the activation of high threshold motor units and slow fiber shortening velocity, or slow concentric contraction speed. He argues that the mechanical tension is the primary driver of hypertrophy, and the roles of metabolic stress and muscle damage are less clear and likely overstated. Separating the three factors is difficult because they occur concurrently. And the reason metabolic stress is commonly associated with hypertrophy is because metabolic stress implies fatigue. And as fatigue accrues, contraction times prolong and motor unit recruitment is enhanced, meaning greater tension to individual muscle fibers. Even regarding blood flow restriction training, which involves restricting blood flow to increase metabolic byproducts, has been thought to cause hypertrophy due to heightened metabolic stress. Research reveals that blood flow restriction's hypertrophic effects are more likely due to its impact on mechanical tension, as it forces the body to recruit additional motor units as it counteracts fatigue. And time under tension doesn't just mean time under tension. Time under tension matters in its proximity to failure, and it matters in its relationship to motor unit recruitment. Actively slowing down the contraction speed, whether eccentric or concentric, recruits fewer high threshold motor units. According to Beardsley, any rep that is performed within 5 reps of failure is effective for gaining size. Needless to say, this isn't a number that's set in stone, it's just an approximation. And the exact speed of contraction is also unknown, but you can make a pretty good estimate for yourself when you're training if your bar speed aligns with how close to failure you are. Training in this framework redefines volume from sets times reps, or sets times reps times weight, or any other calculation that I think just makes training more complicated and more difficult in terms of accurately quantifying the magnitude of stress placed on the muscle. The key takeaway is that if you want to gain size, you should be training in close proximity to failure. Where the skill in programming and even the skill in training lies in getting close enough to failure without getting too close to place an extra burden on your resources of recovery. And a really interesting study idea that I think I would love to be a part of if I have the chance to. Now that velocity-based training devices are so accessible, if there's a way that we could use velocity-based training to try identify speeds that are most conducive to hypertrophy, I think that would be awesome. Anyways, I just wanted to share those thoughts in this video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.